I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's happening?
Y'all all right?
We back.
We
On
here?
the show?
Yeah, man.
All right. I'm going to toast it off to another show. Y'all know how we do is pick the shot glasses up and get into it.
And another
Cling,
one.
cling, cling.
Oh. Woo! What we got, man?
So smooth.
Man,
It's a lot.
it's been a lot. I think, man, I think everything that's been dominating the headlines right now is.
So it's going to be a serious topic today. We ain't laughing.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Got no joke.
I think we always seem to find humor in most things,
Well, we can't find
but
humor
not
in this
laughing at that thing. But I think, you know, our personalities tend to
Oh, we
Find
going to
it
throw a joke
funny.
in there.
find stuff
Yeah,
funny. You know what I'm saying? At least find humor. You know, we smile and laugh a lot. That's part of. I think that's part of all of our personalities. But like, anyway, man,
Yeah.
I think it's only right that we kind of like
No, we good on that one. Normally you forget to hit it.
Oh no,
There we go.
we dive
Yeah.
into.
We good.
my fault, big dog.
I thought you hit the hint.
We just gonna talk. We just gonna dive into like, is it Micaiah Bryant?
I think Micaiah.
Micaiah.
Micaiah is what I think.
Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. I hope I am, but like I guess let's just, you know, what's your general thoughts on the whole thing? Like,
You want me to start?
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, why not?
What's your thoughts on it? After you seen, I guess, all angles of videos have been launched, and supposedly it's been that this was her foster parents' house.
Yeah.
Now we heard different
Okay,
stories, but
yeah.
suppose this has been a foster parents' house, and these were foster kids called back, and she was being, I guess, disrespectful or something.
Well, look,
going
black
on.
people ain't gonna like me for a minute. I'm gonna go and be honest with you right
Okay.
now. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. Really don't give a fuck, but it is what it is, right?
All right, speak on it.
Like, you invited that bullet. You didn't invite 4. Okay, you did not invite 4 bullets.
Okay.
But if you are attacking somebody, the cop's whole job is to preserve life, even sometimes when you have to take life. I looked at it like this. If that's my daughter being chased with a knife or whatever the case
It's
may
a alleged
be,
knife. Now, has it been confirmed it was a knife?
I think it's confirmed.
Okay.
Sure.
Definitely confirmed it's a weapon.
I don't expect nobody to pick up no taser. You fight deadly force with deadly force. That's the only way, right?
I think you do that when it's directed towards you. Get me wrong, you're there to save whoever's life it is, because you don't know. You on the scene. All you see is somebody attacking. It's a little chaos, right?
Yeah.
This my
You
thing.
don't know who called the
Right.
police.
This is my thing. Her
right?
back is turned. I get it. She's lunging at her with is a knife or whatever it is. I get it. But this is my thing. You don't think a taser would hit her and she would have dropped that thing?
I say this.
I'm waiting till you guys finish.
I put you in the same situation. Say if that was you being chased with that knife, would you want somebody to shoot somebody or tase them?
That's a good
If
question.
he got you pent up against a car,
That's a good question.
At that point, especially we been fighting like that, to me, you finna kill me, kill him. I mean, honestly, that would be my
Bro.
reaction. Because at that point, if
black people, listen, we got to sit this one out. This ain't the one right here.
Now, when you say we,
Yeah, motherfucker, we.
okay.
As
Don't
in
get me
us.
wrong. Now you put me in that situation. Now,
Okay, that's my one joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Let me finish asking that. Now you put me in that situation. Of course, I want you to do something to him. But the thing is, we don't know what happened before the video was recorded.
I don't care what happened before.
Leading up. Think about
Because from what I see, you were the aggressor. Number
at that
one.
point. At that point.
Yeah, you were the aggressor.
But
aggressor.
But suppose it seemed like that she was getting jumped, and then
All right, now let me ask you this.
She getting her get back. Now when the police pull
Now,
up,
since you want to do what ifs, because we don't know that.
Hold on before we go to what ifs.
Okay.
Just because I just want to comment on it. Because I rarely do
I think
use-
she should have been tased though. Just outside looking in, not being in the situation.
So the cop. So I just want to get a good understanding. You're saying no problems with the way, not the 4 shots, but no problem with the way he approached the scene.
None whatsoever.
You
I'm
saying
saying
you hoping
it's
he could have came up with a taser?
Hopefully a taser. If not, if he had to use his gun, one to the leg, maybe. I'm just saying.
They're not trained.
They're not trained to do that.
Yeah,
they're not trained to shoot people in the leg.
They're not trained to handle.
You train to shoot people center mass.
Center mass, right.
Even when you get a gun permit.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So what you think? What? Shoot him, shoot her, or whoever is attacking me with a knife.
Let me say this right
Period,
here.
bro.
We don't want to be insensitive to like the family and to the lady. The young girl lost her life.
Right.
She was 16 years old.
Right.
And you know, I when I look at those videos, I can't stop looking at how all those people were standing around.
Good point.
Spectator.
How do we get to that point of not breaking it up, holding her off, or holding the other girls off? I don't know, because all I see.
You know why? People want to go viral online now.
Yeah.
You want to be the first one to post it?
rather than save somebody's life, call the police. Even though the police was already called.
Yeah.
So that might not be for this situation.
Right.
But most of the time, people.
Well, we like sometimes we get into the point where we like that energy.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
that
dude,
fighting, that
see
you know,
a good
hyping it
fight.
up.
What you call a good fight?
Like
Right.
I seen the
See a good
dude
fight.
on the video. I don't know who the guy was who kicked the girl.
I didn't see that. Y'all told me about that, but I still
But
ain't
this is my
seen that.
thing.
Like,
He
I don't-
kicked as soon as the cop got the call when the girl was
kicked her in
rolling.
the
He
head,
kicked
bro.
the hell out of her.
Yeah, he kicked the good.
And then he stepped back when the cop came.
And I'm gonna say, man, like we in a very sensitive time and very vulnerable state. Like it's a lot of videos coming at us with like different incidents, and I think naturally, I don't want to say naturally,
Yeah, naturally.
but I think emotionally we are quick to jump in,
Of course.
and jump on
Without knowing anything.
without getting all the facts. And
Yeah, most definitely.
And that's what I said. Like when it first came out, I was like, man, I see that, but I was like, I know it's more to the city.
They
I just
come
want
out-
to know more.
They come out with the hashtags.
Yeah.
And they
And-
featured the simple story. She called the cops and they killed her.
Don't
Boom,
get me
end
wrong.
of story. That's what they tell
We
us.
done got the bad end of the stick.
Yes,
so
yes, we
much.
have. Most definitely.
It's like even something that even partially makes sense or a little. We
Right.
tend to block it out because we so emotionally attached to it. And I'm gonna just say
Right.
like my feelings is I'm kind of with Chad. Like it sucks to see that young girl get killed over something that probably could have been avoided. And I don't know what the officer's intent or non-intent was, but I'm just taking whether I'm an officer trained or not. If I pull up to a violent situation, I don't know if she called. I don't know if she's 16. I don't know if she a child. All I see is, and this is just my perspective, all I see is an aggressive woman who not only charged one lady and knocked her over, she aggressively turned to a totally another person. Like at that point, you're not even protecting yourself. You
Right.
are the aggressor at that point. So if I see you doing that, like,
But she was on the get back.
yeah, well, whatever the case may be, I'm just telling about.
Right.
I just try to look at it from
yeah.
other sides. I'm not out to just say, oh, you this, you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand up for what's right, what's wrong, and I'm gonna call it like I see it.
Right.
And the way I saw it is, I'm just looking at if I'm the cop and I pull up, I'm like, I saw her from the video knock one lady over aggressively,
Right.
and
Turn to the other
aggressively turn to another lady.
Right.
While the police
Why-
officer is standing right there.
And you visibly have, if it's not a knife, it's some
I think it's a
type
knife.
Kind of object.
It looked like a knife, but
Yeah.
it's something weapon.
We don't know what it. Yeah.
Excuse me, and you can
You
see
meant to hit home.
the girl
You
in the
probably home.
pink is sort of like trying to block or. So if I'm the cop, I have no problem with you pulling your gun on that.
Me neither.
I have no problem with that, and I'm not. 4 shots is excessive.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's too much. But if he had a shot her one time and she had a died, that'd have been very unfortunate.
Right.
But I would have had no problem with that because I'm just saying if it was me, if it was my loved one, or if I was in that situation, I want you to pop whoever it is.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean,
and,
I just do.
and I want you to shoot to kill.
But the thing is, if I got a knife, if you got a knife coming to me, I ain't about to try to pick up a knife. Or I ain't about to fight you barehanded just to say
Well, I mean, yeah.
to get no credibility. I'm
But
gonna
you know what? The thing about it is,
I've
I've seen people that are enraged like that walk through tasers.
Yeah, I mean, you could look. Could he have tried to tase her? Of course he could have.
But it might have been too late.
It might have been too late.
Right.
It might not have worked. I don't
So
know.
you save life by taking a life. At that
Yeah,
point.
sometimes you got to.
Sometimes, I mean, it's unfortunate.
Sometimes
but
it's
it's my
difficult.
thing. I guess I'm gonna say necessarily defending her, but supposedly she was jumped. We don't know. We ain't see what happened before. Suppose she's been jumped. At
So
that
we're gonna
point-
get into the what ifs.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got. In a sense, she's being jumped, and let's say the cops come up, then all of a sudden they kind of back off because they say the cops are here. Oh, I'm gonna hit you in the damn mouth regardless.
So are you just trying to get a sneak lick in just to save your face?
If I
Or
didn't
are
got
you really
jumped-
are you really trying to like save yourself? Like if I'm
I get
being
it.
jumped, I'm just trying to defend myself to the point where
I get
I
that
can
point.
just get away. I'm like like I'm not trying to, and it's just me. I'm not trying to like.
I don't know. At that point, pride rolls.
Let me ask you
into it.
this: What if?
If I
get
get you
you
on
6
one-on-one-
feet under?
What
You're right,
if?
and it did.
What if?
Okay.
We're doing what ifs. Okay. What if the Micaiah girl was in her house and came out
Yeah, that's
to fight two people if you knew 2 people was there?
It's not defending yourself at that.
That's
point.
like
It's
pride.
not.
It's not defending yourself.
Because you came outside.
You could have. You could have just.
You could have just stayed in the house.
But I ain't gonna lie. You on the lawn. This might be. Man, your ass outside.
If it's 2 of them, I ain't got nothing to prove.
Nah, I ain't got nothing to prove. It's one of you. I mean, at the end of the day, look. I mean, you almost I'm almost 40 years old. I don't understand what.
But I'm thinking of a teenage mind, not as a older adult. But teenage mind, you going to
you
fight.
better
Well,
learn- you
I
better
can't
learn
go
to
back
grow
there.
up.
I can't go back
You better
there.
learn to
I
grow
can't
up, man.
mentally. I can't
Listen,
go back to when
but
I was
come
a
on,
teenager.
as a teenager. Come on, you going to fight.
And I'm gonna be honest with you.
You going
like,
to fight as a teenager.
You gotta understand.
You going to fight as a teenager.
like the climate we in right now. With,
Right or wrong, you going
with-
to fight.
with police, and I don't care if it's white, black, Hispanic. It don't matter what the police.
Right.
Nationalities, but the police and the black community is at such high alert and is sensitive right now. Like
You
it's
can't do
hard?
anything to invite.
why would you? So I just look at like us as like when you have a duty, like when you have children or you have young people and you trying to give them game and you trying to help people, like we gotta take more of a role of trying to teach people of like how to stay out of those situations, how to avoid those situations, how can we maneuver around those situations. Not saying that she, like, not her, but like if you doing something and police happen again and you invited that. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying that, you know, the goal is to get home safely. You know, if you have to fight those cases, then we go to court. And do,
Right.
But
You ain't gonna win it on the side of the road.
you ain't gonna win it on the side of the road.
Right.
You just ain't gonna win it on the side of the road. And nor it's not a good idea to try, because at the end of the day, they got a lot of stuff on their side that we ain't got on our side.
A badge.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they protected
Number one.
they protected by so many other things, and we are. And I'm not saying every cop is bad. Every cop is looking to do bad.
Right.
But you gotta understand something, like, and this is no offense to anyone in particular, but like, not all people is comfortable dealing with the other race.
Right.
Not all people is comfortable coming in our neighborhoods. And
Not just white to black to white also.
black to black.
Right.
Like black, it doesn't matter.
So I
like,
guess you saying we pretty much raised differently. Everybody wasn't raised.
Hey,
It's a totally different culture.
I don't mean no harm, and you know, take it how you will. But bro, I grew up in certain environments that I ain't comfortable going back in.
Right.
Right now.
Right
No
now.
doubt.
That's right.
You know, and
No
my
doubt.
guard may be up because I'm just looking like I'm out of that element. You know, you take 20 years removed out of it. That ain't what you.
They don't know. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most
You don't know the
definitely.
mindset, but you could become with all great intentions. But I'm just saying, like, it's just. But you have to find a way to connect with people. Like, I've always been a firm believer is that, like, one thing that we struggle with from our community to police is police. If you're gonna police a certain community or neighborhood, you have to be involved and in that neighborhood.
That's right.
Like kids,
Don't be a new
young
face.
people.
Be
Yeah,
familiar face.
But the only thing with
You
that
gotta
is
humanize people,
It ain't
man.
a lot of black people that's cops anyway. Especially
you ain't gotta be
here.
black though. That's my point. You ain't gotta be black to like if you know like okay, if I'm a police officer in Reedsville, like if I'm just saying if it's me, I'm gonna go to the projects of the world and like if there's any kind of food drive or fun day or I'm gonna get out and get to meet those people, let them know who I am, so I can know who they're. Because when you humanize people, you become more personally attached.
That's right.
See, sometimes when you just kill somebody or you shoot somebody or you have a conflict with somebody, you don't really humanize them to the much. You pretty much call them a name and you look at them as
Right.
that like that.
Right.
You know, that's how
Right.
it is sometimes. And sometimes you're not comfortable because so many stereotypes, TV, news. All black people are aggressive,
Right.
or all black people are animals, or all black people
on
you-
drugs, or-
Right,
whatever.
right.
You know, a black man that has cornrows or a beard,
Or dreads or
he mean you
anything.
harm or a threat.
Right.
That's not the case.
Of course not.
But if you know that person by name,
Okay.
or you know their family, then it's
got a
easier for you
question
to
for you.
probably connect to them and humanize them a little more.
Got a question for you. Say if you get to know this person, right? You cool with little Jay in the hood. You know him. You got to know his family. You know he a little rough around the edges. You get the police call. That's little Jay with the knife. Does that stop you from doing your job?
It might change how you do your job.
Does that
But
stop
I'm
you
not
from
saying
doing?
it's not
Now you know him. You know his family. You met his mom.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You done shot basketball
I'm not
with
saying
him.
nothing
No.
will change.
He's in that same situation.
I'm not saying nothing
do
will
you
change.
change your police
But
job
I'm
up?
gonna say this right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this right here. If the situation is not him swinging a knife, but he just holding a knife, and you pull up, You might try to reason with them.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
see,
have a relationship
Okay.
with them.
But see, it's different when they're in the act of actually swinging.
No, I agree.
So that's a totally different scenario.
okay.
But I'm just
I got
saying,
one for y'all.
I'm just saying, like, if he's holding a knife
Hey,
or whatever,
okay.
you will, even if he had a gun.
Okay.
You may not walk up and just pop him because he got a gun, but you may walk up and like, Jay, it's me, it's Clarence.
Yeah.
Talk to me. You know me.
Right.
It's
All right.
different.
Yeah, it becomes different. That's
It's
right.
different. You can kind of reason with somebody like that.
Let's go back-
possibly.
let's
I'm
go-
not saying it's gonna always work,
You
but
right.
it does provide
Let's go
some
back-
type of personal relationship.
Right.
Let's go back
That's
to the
very
what
true.
if.
All right.
All three of us are cops.
Uh-huh.
That's our child right there swinging that knife. You come up on the scene.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
be
pulling
on.
that trigger?
I'm gonna be honest.
Are you pulling that trigger?
It don't. But I'm not gonna shoot my own child.
So what you gonna do then?
It's my own child.
So what you gonna
So
do?
you mean
then?
you pulling up to your own house?
No,
I know.
No.
I think I'm gonna know that
No,
situation.
no,
probably- that's
I'm not
a
saying
little-
your own house, but I'm saying they out wherever at, and this didn't happen. Your child got jumped on. They the person now. You pull up on the scene.
I'll be honest.
They're the ones with the knife.
Did he look like he had
object.
time to canvas who people?
No. But I'm just
It looked
asking
like
y'all-
he just jumped out.
He
and
did,
just
but
went
But I
guns
think
blazing.
you would know. I
asking
think you
y'all.
would know your child when
Maybe.
you pull up.
Get me wrong. You see them. They out there. They're aggressive. You might call them name. They still they go. They wild.
I'll be honest.
They
bro.
going like this at them.
When you have a
Or
personal
still shooting
relationship,
them.
when you have a personal relationship, it changes things.
Thank you. That's what I'm.
It does.
It changes things.
So you don't pull the trigger.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying it
What do you-
changes.
what do
things.
you do? I'm
I
asking
don't-
a question.
I can't say. I don't know.
What do you do?
I don't know.
That's
tough.
tough.
It's a tough one.
That's so tough.
I try to look
mean-
at it different angles.
Yeah, but
Not
that's
necessarily
that's
somebody
really,
you don't know, you get to know. There's somebody you do know.
That's kinda far.
and that's your. Oh hell, it's me. You the cop.
I'm shooting your black ass. I'm telling you
Boy.
that.
Word.
That's joke number two. That's joke number two. That's number two. It's number two.
Nah. I think if I pulled up and you was doing that and you seen me, it will make you
My
stop.
back was turned the whole time though.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
He knocked the girl down first in front of him.
Yeah, and
But I thought the
Yeah.
dude did. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
knocked
yeah.
her down.
Well, yeah,
the
but
dude
that,
just kicked her.
But at that point, if I'm fighting, I see you cop. Hey, child, I'm moving to the guy. Just whatever. I'm going after him.
Bro, I just think, man, when you,
Relationships with people change things though, and that's
It
and that's
does,
part
but
of
that stops you from doing your
that's
job.
part of the solution though.
yeah, if you want to improve, if you want
could
to improve police relations with the black community, that to me that's a big part of it. You know, back in the I don't know if it was before my time. I want to say like the 70s, where police used to walk the neighborhood.
Right.
They used to walk the blocks or
Walking the
whatever.
beat.
You know, that was important in a sense of you get a chance to at least try to connect with them. I'm not saying everybody had good intentions doing that.
Right.
You know, it's just like I look at it like I have a whole different view about policing and what I feel like is great for our neighborhood. Like I am a firm believer. I think we should form our own union and we should police our own neighborhoods. That's just me.
Like
That's
the
a
Black
whole-
Panthers did?
Yeah, that's a whole. But that's a whole nother topic. And that's
Right.
just me. I firmly believe that. I believe it'll make our neighborhoods a lot safer. It'll make us a lot comfortable who we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis and the safety of ours. Because I'm gonna be honest. Like a question I was gonna pose to you, like if you get in an altercation, are you calling the police?
Well, just a fight.
I don't care what it is.
I doubt it.
Okay, not a police. You shoot somebody or you shoot at somebody. Are you calling the police?
Am I gonna call the police if I just shot at him and didn't hit him?
You don't know if you hit him. Let's say you shot somebody and you don't know.
No.
You're not calling the police.
Probably not.
Let's say you know you hit him. Are you calling the police?
Probably so.
Okay. Why?
Because there's consequences to come along with not calling the police.
Unless they don't
Right.
snitch. Unless they don't snitch. Or you can get yours beat.
But you never know.
But she called the police, right?
My understanding.
From my understanding, she
Yes.
called the police, right?
Yeah.
And the police ended up killing her, not knowing who she was. There's been other people who called the police, like the guy. It was a guy we were just reading about. He broke down. The police took him home. He got in a domestic dispute. 2 hours later, that same sheriff officer came back and killed him. He had no weapon, no gun, anything. And the sheriff officer gave him a ride home because it's called. You know the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
the one.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, and he gave him a ride home, and then he ended up being the one that on call to come back to his house from a domestic dispute 2 hours later, and he shot him dead.
Hey.
Wow.
You know, he shot him dead.
See, I don't know all the things around
you
that.
saw the art, you saw it, but you was caught up on some other stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm not gonna go there. So, but it,
Yeah, I don't know.
I almost know what happened by that
yeah,
bitch.
see, that's wrong. But it's stuff like that. Like, if I have to shoot somebody, I'm gonna call the police. But my response to the police coming is probably gonna be a little different.
Yeah, I ain't gonna have the gun on me.
Oh no, no doubt.
Nowhere in my
No
hand,
doubt.
nowhere in my possession,
Right.
nowhere even close.
And you know what's funny?
To me.
I'm gonna probably already be laid on the ground and everything. The video I sent, I don't know if you saw it, like today, like the guy who the police approached him or whatever. I didn't get a chance to dive into it, but he literally had his hands on his head.
Oh, and then the dude kicked him.
Yeah, the police kicked him, smacked him, and everything.
Yeah.
He was already like no,
Yeah.
like
No
he was
threat.
ready to give up.
Yeah.
and then they bum rushed him.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother subject.
Right.
But what I'm saying,
I seen that one
if
today myself.
if I do it, I'm gonna call the police. But some people are like, I ain't calling the police. But see, because of the laws that we operate around, it's gonna be hard not to deal with the police as they are, and still have and keep your freedom and try to follow the laws of the land. Like it's gonna be difficult not to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like me, whether I shoot, miss, whatever, I'm gonna still call them.
If I don't know if I hit you or not, I ain't calling the police.
I'm gonna call them.
I think I got to call.
I'm gonna call them. It doesn't matter.
Now, if I know I hit you, yeah,
I don't know. I'm calling them regardless.
Yeah, if it got to that point, I mean, I ain't got no choice.
Yeah, I mean that's what I am. So that's what I'm saying. That was my
For
question.
me,
Like
I have no choice.
we would say, leave police out of it. That's why you don't deal with the. Like I heard people say that and this, that, and the other. But if somebody rob you, if somebody do something in your home,
Oh, you calling the police?
or you call the police,
Yeah.
you can't have it both ways.
Yeah. Which one is it?
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, that's true.
Now I get some people are tough and they real tough. I ain't never,
Street code, the
Yeah,
whole
I ain't
deal.
gonna-
Right.
Cool, whatever. I ain't in the street.
Right.
And whether I shoot, miss, hit, whatever, I'm gonna call the police just because my stuff is registered.
Well, see, that's
My
whole
stuff have a
thing.
name on
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine does too. So yeah.
So my point is,
That's my whole thing about doing it.
You
Just because
can't
it's registered.
You can't have an incident happen in your house, and like say if you come home and all your stuff is gone, everything is stolen.
Well, when most people call the police just for the insurance.
Hey, but you know what's funny? It don't matter the reasoning.
You still call.
You call the police, put your name on the report.
Well, yeah, I got you, but you got to if you want your stuff back.
But my point is,
Or the money for
but
it,
some
whatever
people
it
don't.
is.
But my point is, you can't say don't involve the police on something.
So you say you can't pick and choose.
No, I don't see.
You gotta
how
pick a
do.
side.
I don't see how you do.
So it's black or white for you.
And look, without the police, it's gonna be the Wild Wild West. out
it
this
would be.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not
Be
saying
the
you-
Wild Wild West, out
bro.
here.
I'm not saying.
I feel like it still is
Look.
at a certain point. Honestly,
You know one thing we can't.
Honestly.
you know one thing as humans and as people we need everybody structure. Now, the way the justice system and everything is set, like I have a totally different mindset on like reforming all that crap.
Right.
But what I'm saying is structure is something I'm firmly believing. Everybody needs structure.
Right.
Everybody needs structure. Kids, adults, like without structure, we become like creatures of like you said, like it's become the wild. Not only wild west. We just
let me ask y'all this.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
You talked about it a little bit earlier about how it's people watching. You know, possibly somebody could have stepped in or did something. But let's say you roll up on the scene, you don't know what's going on. They out there brawling. Are you gonna step in? And if you do,
Hold on, you mean me as a
yeah, as a
as a-
person.
Hold on, just me?
And it's just a fight.
You mean just
It's
me?
a fight.
You mean just
no
me?
weapon? No weapon? No, yeah, no weapons.
Not no
Two young
police
boys.
officer.
No, just regular citizens. You sitting there.
No, I'm not jumping in. I'm not getting in. That ain't my job to sit and be breaking up no community fights and stuff. Cause bro, you turn around and get on me or stat. I don't know what you got. I don't know stat.
Right.
That ain't my job.
Yeah.
Now I call for some help and let some other people come do their job. I don't get paid for that.
So you gonna sit back and watch?
Now I ain't gonna say but I'll call somebody.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, Jay?
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna call
Unless it's one
somebody
of
and
mine.
then watch.
Unless it's mine.
Of course, one of yours is a different
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I'm saying if you don't know them.
Nah, I
totally
ain't
strange.
doing it. I'm just not.
I call somebody for you.
Yeah, I ain't
But
doing that.
and then I'm watching though.
Well, I'm gonna
So you
watch
put your phone out.
No, I ain't saying probably.
yeah, okay.
But
that ignorant stuff right
I
there.
called though.
Yeah, I ain't about to just. I'm not one of them at this.
Cause
stage,
a lot of people say that. Man,
I'm not gonna walk
somebody
up
should have
and-
jumped
yeah,
in. Somebody
yeah,
should have broke it up. Somebody should have did this and third. But honestly, you don't know why that fight's happening. Somebody could get the crap beat out of them, but to me, it could be justified because they done done something to their mom.
But what does that say about the parents that's sitting out there watching?
I don't know, bro. I mean, look.
Sometimes we
They-
lost, bro,
I'm a-
and we don't want to admit it.
Lost his fire? How? Explain that.
As a culture, as a race, sometimes we lost, bro.
Ain't no.
Like as far as just stuff
gotta-
like this, like fights,
Yeah,
fights.
just-
give me an
the
example.
way we conclude stuff and come to conclusions, bro. Like we are lost in a lot of ways.
Right.
We are lost.
Why you saying like quick to jump on one side without hearing the whole side of the story type thing?
Like, okay, let me ask you this: when you hear police shoots black man,
We ain't even looking for the details.
as a black person, the first thing you gonna say is they done did it again.
Yeah.
And we don't know shit yet.
And part of it is because it happens. It does happen frequently, or it appears to happen frequently. So we emotionally tied to it.
But it's also how it got delivered. Because the first thing, if you getting that piece of the story, of course you're gonna jump. Of course they shot him, and all he did was X, Y, and Z. Oh, by your story, okay, it's messed up. Right. But then if you didn't left out what he did, point the gun at the police and tried to shoot them and missed and shot. Okay, we don't get this out. All we got is he got killed. Good, and he won't do it. They ain't never doing nothing.
But you know,
they ain't never doing nothing.
There's no way you're never doing.
Not in every situation. There's some situations we didn't seen on camera, and you know. They literally wasn't doing nothing.
A lot.
That was not justified to go that far.
Yeah, like Derek Chauvin was supposed to go to jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
right.
That was justified. Well, we don't know what
plain out murder.
We don't know what the sentence is.
Right. We got a little while for that.
But if he do anything less than 15 years, and it's a travesty.
It is. I think he should do 25.
Yeah,
to life.
Life him.
I think he gonna get around 15 or so. But we'll wait.
And they said, well, you know.
With no parole.
He gonna get the lesser end because he's a first time felon. You ain't a killer until you kill some damn body.
Yeah, I mean.
But if me and you kill somebody, it's life.
That's crazy, right?
It's life.
First time or not?
First time or not?
I mean, depending on what kind of reputation you got.
I ain't got no record. If I go out here and shoot somebody,
you got a little bit.
I ain't got no record.
Clean.
You got a little.
But if I go out here and shoot somebody, I'm going to prison for the rest of my life, and you going to prison for the rest of your life, so would you.
If it's first degree, you will. I mean, first degree.
But he got charged with 3 different kinds:
second degree,
third degree,
he got
manslaughter.
Yeah, manslaughter.
Right?
Yeah, manslaughter.
I mean, and rightfully so. He should have been guilty on all 3. I mean, you know that's a different situation. Like, we'll have to wait till the sentencing happened, but that was a different situation. Like, that was, you know, that's a small win. Which is sad that we look at it like that.
Right.
Or maybe it's sad that I look at it like that.
Right.
Because it should have been like without a doubt. It didn't much like I saw today like Brett Favre made a comment.
Yeah, he did. And Steve Smith called him out too.
He said something about he didn't understand why Chauvin got convicted or something.
It was something to that effect.
Something like that.
And Steve Smith came right back at him.
Let me ask y'all this. We seen like the jury didn't take them long to come with that decision.
I knew at that point.
Do you think, and this is it's kind of my thought process, I think it's because of everything that happened, and people say what they want to, people marching and some of the riot stuff.
But Minnesota's gonna get towed up.
They was gonna tear that, and they should.
And they're afraid of that.
You're right.
But it's a shame to me. They got to be afraid of us.
If it didn't happen, I would have burnt that son bitch down, and I would have been all for it.
But it's my thing though. Why does it have to take that much for them to do something that we feel like it should be justified without? We shouldn't have to burn down y'all shouldn't be scared of us or people burning down a building or messing with your business for you to convict somebody for something that obviously done.
More than anything?
Say what? What'd you say?
Their money in possession.
We said what they covered.
What they covered more than anything.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. I truly believe.
But it shouldn't take that.
A wealthy or rich person, like I think they get in so many binds of like moral struggles because at the end of the day, I think the worst fear for people with money is
losing it.
To losing money.
That's what they got.
And to have to live amongst regular. Now I ain't gonna say everyday working folk, but poor, the less than the middle class, poor class. Like once you had it.
So like you saying, like
boy, I ain't trying to go back.
Like you said, Steve Friend, like you working at UPS or something like that.
I mean, it's a couple of guys. Like I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying, but like if you had to go, like, can you imagine if you made it to the top and was a multi-millionaire for 10 years, and then you had to go back and live in the projects?
You'll kill yourself.
Probably. I mean, I could see it.
Yeah, that's. Oof.
Could you imagine living the life of luxury?
Listen. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I made it in life. I can imagine going back to projects now.
No, I agree.
I'm just trying to keep it honest with you.
No.
But we at the point where we wouldn't totally fall apart.
I don't know.
I ain't falling apart, bro.
Boy,
I built.
Come on, bro.
Look, I'm built way different than that, dog.
No, I know. I'm just simply saying.
I ain't gonna say I forget where I come from. I did better to do better to not
no
go
doubt.
back.
But if I had to go back, if I had to bite the bullet and go back, I'm not gonna fall apart.
No, I mean, I'm gonna break.
My kids I ain't gonna lie. They ain't never seen a crackhead before. They had nothing stole from them. Like I'm just keeping it 100, bro. They ain't
Oh my God.
They worry about the Wi-Fi.
And that's so great.
The Wi-Fi's out.
That's so wonderful that you can say that, right?
Kids, man. They don't
Look, hey, look. The Wi-Fi's out. What's wrong with the internet? It's slow. My tablet.
No.
Like, they don't know.
No, but the truth is,
They lose their minds.
Lose their mind. Internet being gone.
but that's the reality of like, you know, once you like move past a certain class,
Right.
It's not that you forget or this.
Definitely not.
I'm
Definitely don't
simply
forget where you
saying
come
that-
from.
I'm just
Ever,
simply
ever,
saying,
ever, ever.
I think people would like their biggest fear probably is like losing it. So what you're gonna do to keep it is gonna be a whole nother level. Like what I'm gonna do to keep this, not me, but I like if you rich, like bro, I'm gonna cheat, steal, scam. I'm gonna keep.
Oh, we
this.
know you gonna scam.
So let me get this right. You ain't got a problem other than the 4 shots. You ain't got a problem with how it was
I
handled.
can't say I had a problem with the man pulling up with a person with a blade physically drawn being turned.
Do we know it's a blade though?
Yeah, we know.
Let me say this.
It's a knife, bro.
It's a
Okay.
knife. It's
Look,
confirmed. But if it
yeah.
wasn't a knife, I would have a problem with lethal force. You meet, in my opinion, and again, I'm not a trained officer. I ain't been to an academy. I'm just looking at it from my. But if I have been, I'm just looking at
Right.
you approach lethal force
With lethal force.
Okay.
force. And again, as an officer, I'm trying to preserve. I would think that you're trying to preserve both of their lives. So I might shoot one shot. You know, but he came out and let out bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
Was it
I don't-
nerves?
Maybe it could have
Nerves?
been.
Look.
I don't know.
They come on the scene scared of us anyway. Let's go and put it out there, right? If you're not from my community and around our kind of people, you have a certain amount of fear.
What stereotypes play into something?
You have a certain amount of fear when you pull up, right?
Right.
Until you go to a black person's cookout, you don't understand the love.
Hey, we just loud, like Brandon Mack said. We just
Oh,
loud.
that's
We
all.
ain't gonna do nothing. We just loud.
We gonna have
We ain't
some
gonna do nothing.
fun. We gonna play some spades. We gonna have some good times. But it's love. But no, I think that's what it is. And then you gotta understand they human too. You know, I'm not making an excuse for
Right.
like some
I'm
of the
about to
dumb-
ask you.
Like
Yeah.
I'm definitely not making excuses
We
for the
talking
dumb
about this
stuff that-
specific
I'm just
case.
talking about like
Right.
I'm just talking about people in general though, bro. When you pull up to a chaotic situation, your adrenaline like
Goes out of the roof.
I mean, you're adrenaline pumping if you watching.
yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest
that's
with you.
right.
Really?
That's right.
Because you don't know what's gonna happen next.
Look, I want to watch the UFC fight tonight, and I be nervous watching them fight.
Bro, when I'm playing the video game, hey, look,
Like somebody about to get knocked out.
bro,
I
yeah.
just don't want it to be the one I'm going.
if I'm playing Call of
I'm
Duty,
nervous for him.
Hey, look, somebody could be running in Call of Duty, and I'm tense, it's hot,
Right.
and I mess around shoot by accident.
The thing about yours is a video game.
Bro,
This is real life.
I couldn't be no police
Ain't no
officer.
do-overs.
No.
Ain't no
Hey,
do-overs.
hey, you ain't redeploying out of the AO.
No,
That's for damn sure.
There ain't no respawn.
Right.
I couldn't handle it.
So
I'm too trigger finger.
So you cool with it? And all except for the 4 shots.
the 4 shots, I'm not cool.
Okay, JaMar.
I think he uses taser.
Okay,
That's his
Which he
mind.
could have.
No.
Which
I wish he could use his
That's an
taser.
option.
that's an option, but I think it's the wrong
Or
one.
if he does,
in
if he
this
does-
particular situation, I
Okay.
think it's the wrong one.
If it was my baby,
If it's my baby, or if it's me,
and
if it's my
I
old
prefer you
lady.
To me, I got different aspects if I'm not
I
involved.
prefer you to go ahead and pop him one time.
If somebody's chasing me with a knife and you got a taser,
Even-
no, me and you out just chilling.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And the motherfucker run up on me and you got a taser in your pocket and you got a gun in this pocket, right? And he run up on me with a knife. If you pull out your taser, I'm gonna shoot you. If I make it out,
am I a police
I'ma
officer?
shoot you.
Am I a police officer? I'm just a regular guy.
You's a regular guy.
Oh, okay. I ain't trained then. Different story.
If you pull out a taser, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
I mean, Chad, what
Yeah,
you gonna
go on.
stab you like that
I'm
for,
gonna
man?
slap the shit out of
Yeah,
you, man.
I want you to go and shoot him one time.
Go on, shoot him, bro.
Yeah, I want you to go and shoot him.
Okay.
I mean, it's just,
See, when you put in that light, to me, it's just different.
So let's.
it's just sad, man. I just hate it because like
So
it's another young
RIP to
life
you. That's
gone
right.
Yes.
For reckless, unnecessary. It just look. I just think I'm just sure if the facts came out, it could have been avoided.
All right,
Yeah,
All
this for
that
sure.
tension. I just feel like it should have.
Should the
It's just
parties be
sad.
involved? Should they do jail time? The
No,
girls. The girls
absolutely
that were
not.
fighting.
Absolutely not.
The ones that jumped on her, supposedly.
Absolutely not.
So, no charges.
What you charging them with?
Assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't shit. She ain't do nothing else. All you did was an assault. Okay, cool.
All we
Charge
know
with
is-
assault.
That's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, and
Listen.
that's a fine, and you be out the next day.
Either way, listen, that's all we know. We don't know what happened before the video.
I mean, did she
True.
stab him? Did the other girls like?
we don't know.
I think
She's
we know.
dead. We don't know her
think any of
story.
that I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't.
We don't know.
I don't.
You don't
think-
know.
I don't think
you can
she-
say a lot of stuff. We just really
I don't
do
think
not
she
know.
had like no previous stab wounds or gunshot wounds
Well,
or nothing like that. I don't.
Let's switch gears right quick.
All right.
us as a people, I mean us as black people.
Okay, you black
Clarence,
today.
what can we do to? I don't want to say I don't want to use the word invite this kind of thing, but I think for lack of a better term, that's what I'm gonna use. To invite these kind of things when they can be avoided.
You mean not invite these things?
Well, I mean, look,
Yeah,
right.
we get not.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
You know what? I don't want to.
Like a situation involving the police or just
When the police comes to a scene and it's kind of chaotic.
Right here. I don't ever want to encourage or say that like when bad things happen, they invited it. I don't want to look at it like that.
Right.
But I will say
For lack of a better term, that's what I use.
I would say this right here. You've been asleep if you're not aware at this point in your life that there's tension, there's awareness, there's whether there's miscommunication, disagreement, there's something that there's a divide between our community and authorities. There's a divide. It's kind of always been there, but it seems like now since everything is recorded, videotaped,
Right.
it's becoming more of a national headline
Of
all
course.
the time. But I will say this. Again, it goes back to what we talked about. We all have, well, me and JaMar have black sons.
I'm about to mute the shit out of here.
Joke number 3. I'm sorry. Joke number 3. I'm sorry.
Go and get your laughs out right now.
I ain't trying to be funny. I'm being serious.
I ain't
Don't
gonna lie
get
to
your
you.
laugh.
Your son get plenty of passes.
Your son gonna get some pay.
Hey, you know what? I'm so happy.
He got a little privilege. You know?
Thank you.
But no.
Thank you, Dad. That's what he should say when he get older. Thank you.
Thank you, mama.
Let's look.
And Daddy.
Mama,
The
but
greatest gift you gave. Look, Chance. No, but seriously, like, it goes back to seriously, though, that we talk to our sons and we'll continue to talk to our babies about when you have an encounter with the law, it's no need to try to challenge them. There's no need to try to win that fight right there. You don't need to try to be mouthy. You don't need to curse and try. I'm not saying that they're not wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they didn't approach you wrong. They didn't humiliate you. They didn't degrade you. They didn't use force unlawful. I'm not saying any of that.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. But what I am saying is you have one duty. Get home safely. Then we will go back and try to fight that battle.
Right. Later.
As best
But
as
you
we
know
can.
what? That's
the
so-
goal is to get home safely.
That's easily said than done.
No,
Let-
I'm
let-
agree.
let me tell you.
I agree, but my point is that's what we have to coach. If you want
Of
to
course.
avoid and try to, because again, if you're gonna be aggressive toward a cop,
Get ready for the consequences.
you got to understand
They humans too.
that they carry lethal weapons
All the
excuse me,
time.
to protect them,
Right.
and to protect those.
Because they want to get home just as much as you want to get
And
home.
if they're scared with a lethal weapon, and you're being aggressive, and you might be being aggressive because you are scared or not scared or whatever the case may be,
Right.
but you're being aggressive to someone that's carrying a lethal weapon, ready to shoot to kill, or whatever the case may be. The goal is to get home. I always tell, like my oldest daughter, hey, first of all, if you're getting pulled over, go ahead and call me first.
Really?
Then call 911. So you have a recording that, hey, I'm being followed by a police officer. I'm driving till I get to a well-lit area. This is who I am.
Gotcha.
This is where I am. Have something recorded that you are alerting more people that I'm not resisting, I'm not running, I'm not doing. Do that.
Right.
Pull over, turn your car off, put your hands out the window.
Yeah.
That's just my preaching.
Right.
I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm not saying that they was right. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is just don't do anything that would even warrant or attempt to warrant them or anybody to feel like you aggressive or a threat.
But you know what? The crazy thing is, you can tell them to do all that, they can still get killed.
I agree,
Very-
but
very true.
all we have is all we can do is coach and teach.
So you just do your part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that don't happen, but that's,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The goal is not for you to keep
Right.
music blast and then you keep trying to tell them,
Let me tell you one of the.
this ain't what you can do. This is against the law. F you.
Right.
Doing all that is not going to get you home any quicker.
Let me tell you one of
It's
the
just
biggest
not.
problems in the black community when it comes to police involvement. Pride. Our pride of
Authority figures.
No,
Somebody telling you what to do. You
I don't want to say that. Even if you get pulled over for no reason, your initial, even me, is to buck because your pride is hurt at the time. But that can get you killed now.
Why is that? Why you said you get pulled over and your pride is hurt because you got pulled over?
No. Like they can do what they
can do what they want to do.
They show they flex their muscle. I'm gonna make you scared of me and get a thrill out of it and to send you about your way.
Right.
Or kill you.
And most people, even me, I have bucked in that situation.
Yeah.
Right.
And you still here.
So sometimes we gotta put our pride to the side, bro.
I mean, that's important. I mean, again, the goal is to get home.
And get home.
The goal ain't to see how tough you off on the side of the road.
Right.
Because what's going to happen is you can't call none of your boys. You can't call mom and daddy.
And they the biggest gang in the world.
You know what I'm saying? But they can, but you know what? They ain't even got to call nobody. Let a cop be riding by and see you got somebody pulled over. They automatically pulling over.
No doubt.
Right.
They already coming. We good here? We got what we got going on?
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, I had a few years ago, bro, which is crazy. I told this story to some people. I don't know if you may have heard this story. I got detained in my own house back in it's probably been about, let's see, my daughter is 12.
I know.
She probably was, it's about 10 years ago. She was like 2 years old or something, 1 year old or something.
Yeah.
And she set off my house alarm.
Oh yeah.
And at the time, I was working at a different job. I was working like third shift and tired or whatever. And my daughter was just into everything. I was trying to get a little sleep in. She set off my alarm and it scared her. And she was crying, yelling, screaming, whatever.
This your oldest daughter?
It's my second daughter.
Oh, okay.
And I was because my oldest daughter was at school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and my wife was at work or whatever, and the police, I didn't realize the police had swarmed my house. I had no idea. I wouldn't put my daughter back to bed because, she was crying and stuff, and I was screaming, what? I woke up in a frenzy. I didn't know what was going on. Got her, took her upstairs, she went to bed or whatever. I'm downstairs, and something just didn't feel right. I'm looking like something just didn't feel right.
Oh, well, get on with the damn story.
Okay. I
He
look
gotta
out
pay,
the
shit. He painting the
I'm
picture
painting
now.
the picture. I'm painting the picture. So I look out the window.
This is red. This is blue.
We even hurry up.
I'm done.
I'm about to fall damn asleep listening to this shit.
You know what? I'm done.
Hey, wait till we get halfway through the movie, JaMar.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I gotta go pee. Go ahead.
Long story short, I look out the window. I see a bunch of cops out there. At the time, I lived in a cul-de-sac still there. But anyway, it was a bunch of cops out there, and I was like, "What's going on? What happened?"
Boy,
and they looking for you.
You haven't.
Bro, I had no idea it was at my house. They had surrounded my house. I opened the door. The cops bum rushed me. Guns all in my face. Get down. I'm like, whoa, what the? I had no idea. And they had me detained.
They put you in handcuffs?
They ain't put me in handcuffs. They made sure I sat down. They wouldn't let me move.
Right.
And they went through my house. Boots on, through every room.
And did you tell them, hey, this is my house?
Yeah.
Oh,
I tried. They ain't want to hear that.
You breaking in.
They said it was a child that was harmed and they're kidnapped or something. Where's the girl? Where's the girl?
What?
What are y'all talking about?
Wow. Yeah, I remember
Bro,
about that.
why is these doors locked? It's my house. It's a vacant room, whatever. Bro, they was like, we didn't see ID. And I was like, y'all ain't gonna believe this, but I left my ID in my car. My wife drove my car to work.
Oh, wow.
I don't have
Coincidence.
ID. I said, but if you look around,
You see pictures.
that me right there.
Yeah, right.
That me right there.
He said, this Negro has just broken in his house and
put
hung
it
up
Yeah. Oh, you
pictures.
moved in here, huh? Oh, you was in here chilling, huh?
Bro, and look, they was there for a while. Bro, when they left, one of the bulls like, God damn, I thought we had action. Motherfuckers was on go. And
That's crazy.
They stayed out there for a little bit. I'm looking out the window like, these motherfuckers still sitting out like we good. It's over, guys.
So to you, is it anything you feel we can do differently, or
He just gonna disregard my little story.
oh, that story was some bullshit.
He survived the police. Clarence
Good job,
survived.
Clarence.
Boy,
In his own
I'm still
household.
here.
Come on with
I'm
that
still
bullshit.
here. I'm still here.
JaMar?
I don't think I say we can do differently is, man, we can. I say give them a little more respect. Like don't give everyone them the hard time to assume that every cop is the same because every
Right.
cop's not the same. they got stereotypes of them as well as we do too.
Right.
So just like we do, don't feed into the thing that just because he's a white cop, or he gonna do something different because I'm black, or just that and the third. Like, my thing is show them respect first, and then see where it goes after that. I'm not saying disrespect them even after that, but at least give them I ain't gonna say bow down to them, but okay, they are the law, they are the cops. Let
They
them
have
do their
guns,
job.
you don't.
Even if you do, let them do their job until otherwise happens. Then try to handle it later. Don't handle it with them.
Can't handle it right then.
Don't handle it with them. That would be, I would tell. They used to tell your son that.
Let me go around the room. The way we are policed, do you think? What's something that you think that can change in policing? Does that make sense?
I think I've been very clear about, I don't think anybody should police a neighborhood that they're not familiar with. I don't think anybody should police any neighbor. Like, you should not be authority over any neighborhood that you're not familiar with.
Okay.
I don't.
So you think only black officers should be in black neighborhoods?
No. I'm not saying white people shouldn't be in black neighborhoods. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying whoever it is, you should be familiar with your environment.
Oh, okay.
You should not. If you get a call.
So if I live in Reedsville, I shouldn't be a police in Eden.
Now, I'm not saying you should, but you should be involved in that Eden community.
Oh, okay,
you should be involved in the community.
I got what you're saying now.
Like it should never be, especially in the small towns, you should never be called to an area that it's your first time coming to.
Agreed.
Because you may pull up and be like, God, dog, all these jokers look like animals, or they look like they ain't worthless. I don't know what your mindset is.
Right.
You may pull up and be like, but until you humanize somebody and personalize that relationship, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super important. And you feel like you don't get that first knee-jerk reaction, like he looked like, or she looked like she could be aggressive, or she looked like she could do some harm. Like, understand, I'm a person. I have the same feelings, emotions that run through your body. I have the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's possible. I don't think that's asking too much with the budget and everything that all the new gadgets. I don't think that's asking too much.
Okay. Anything? What about you?
I say, let's make sure the police have a little more training. Whatever training happened in the 80s and the 90s, that shit ain't working.
It's just outdated.
Yeah, it wasn't even working then. This is my thing, and almost like Clarence talking about. Let's say you on the police and we talk about Greensboro for example, the friendly center area or around Northern Guilford. Now you need to go over here, Parkside or Smith Home, police over here as well, and have those police officers go over there as well. Have them all. Don't just go in your same area. Mix it up, and also have more training, especially with this mental health situation. That should have been on the map from the first time. People didn't just start having mental health issues now.
And I say
they've been had it.
It's super important that you keep mental health. I think mental health professionals need to be on call, on site,
yes.
like on call with police officers, maybe ride with police officers, because sometimes you approach a mental health situation that requires
that you can't handle. Even though they get crisis training,
right? And on top of that,
exactly, I think
it may be this first person's time flipping out. This is their first case. This is their first time flipping out. They haven't went to talk to nobody. They need to talk to somebody. This situation got to this point. Now they're a threat.
You take somebody with split personality.
Anything mental that can be avoided, because some of these killings can be avoided because they was mentally
rearrange the budget to incorporate mental health professionals into.
Please.
Well, you took mine. I was definitely gonna say more training for sure.
This is more training because then I heard it say
barbers have more hours.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Which is insane.
And hairdressers, then police do.
And you get to carry a gun.
It's almost like they are the police. Y'all seen the movie Police Academy? Now here, just for what you do. Just doing with a gun and riding around shooting people.
Before we go, I got a quick question. Y'all seen the OJ comment that he had
to LeBron?
Yeah. I've heard it.
Yeah.
So I guess LeBron, and I never saw the tweet, but I guess he told the police officer, "You're next."
Accountability. Hashtag accountability.
Yeah, he jumped out there pretty quick.
Then he deleted it.
Yeah, he deleted it. And I guess OJ had something to say.
First of all, let's say OJ ain't got room to talk about nobody.
No, but I'm just going off.
Well, he a knife expert.
It was his hands.
Ching, ching, ching. Did she have a knife?
Hold on.
He had about two.
Bro, you got somebody who lost their life, man. That is not funny.
That's not funny. I'm laughing at OJ. Because he ain't black. He OJ. Because he ain't black, he OJ.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Okay, but go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying. Y'all jokes so terrible.
OJ hasn't room to talk to nobody.
No, but I'm just saying.
Shut up.
I'm going off what he
Shut
said.
up.
He was like, he
Okay.
pretty much was saying that sometimes.
But he was right.
I agree.
He was right, man.
Go ahead and tell everybody that might not know.
And just to
Paraphrase.
Yeah.
He was just saying that sometimes athletes and people in general, we so quick to jump on a situation
With
without
these big
getting the details.
platforms.
Yeah, and LeBron being usually one of the ones that's outspoken,
Right.
Usually trying to spearhead some of the
At
social
times,
justice
right.
stuff. You know, he's one of the ones, and I think maybe he realized he jumped out there on that one and didn't
A little
know the
too quick.
full story.
Yeah, he did. Of course he did. He just didn't
But
know.
see, we talked about that.
Yeah, yeah.
We would jump out there, free such and
So
such,
do you think that's
whatever.
him really trying to bring awareness to the
Or is it clout
situation,
chasing?
or maybe a little clout chasing?
I think a little bit of both.
Think a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit of both. Too.
Yeah,
I think he truly, really mean. Like I think he truly, like I know, like Swag. I always say Swag, because Swag give him a hard time about that.
What up, Courtney?
But I do think
that
that
with
he
a K?
really like.
Courtney with
It'd be
a K.
hard for you
Courtney
to
with a
live-
C.
With a C, not a K. Okay.
I think he really do like care and want to bring awareness, and he want to be like a pioneer in that lane. Even though he still straddled the
Even though he's done enough to be great off the court, considered the GOAT off the court.
most definitely.
Right.
That's another conversation.
I think he does like is careful about what he does approach and don't approach. Which I mean, most people, you know, you trying to approach $1 billion and get in certain circles, you probably gonna do that anyway. But
Right.
I also think that sometimes like you put your foot in your mouth too.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, that can
And
happen.
he definitely did. But
Yeah.
but we give you a pass.
Yeah, and I think it was just so quick
Yeah.
to judge, but like we just like I read somebody else. I
We
don't know
give you a
who did
pass.
it, but somebody was like, "Oh,
You
we
just
just
don't
had convicting Chauvin wasn't enough, or whatever. That wasn't enough. Now you want some."
Man, of course.
And I was like,
But see, then again, that goes back to what I said. We'll get a piece of information,
Yeah.
not the whole story.
Yeah.
And we'll go
It'll
with
be
it.
like they got shot for no reason. Don't get me wrong. We have reason to feel that way because we had situations where it had
Yeah,
happened
we already
like
emotionally ramped up.
Right.
We ramped
But
up.
every situation is not that situation.
And this situation just happened at the wrong time.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's already emotional. We already emotionally ramped
or
up.
Right.
got reported at the wrong time. Because honestly, it guarantees something else didn't happen across town, probably just as worse.
There's plenty of stuff
It's just
that
the fact that this one made national news.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think y'all think it was on purposely done to show?
I would say this. I think
The media does that.
The
bro.
media does that.
they
right?
do, but I think the police department on purpose
Put it out so quick.
put it out quick.
Think about it,
But-
and it took away,
But I
in
would
a
say
sense,
this. I would
from
say
what was
this.
going on.
I appreciate the fact that they did
Have some transparency.
some transparency instead of trying to hold the video. Wait,
Right.
Because again,
But why that one?
because I think
But it was the wrong time.
People ready to jump. People ready
Yeah.
to go. People ready to amp.
Yeah.
The wrong time.
So
bro.
they did that to show transparency.
No
and
doubt.
they threw it out there real quick.
Speaking of video, before we go right quick, we had another video with the white gentleman dealing with the young black boy in the neighborhood, and remember we kept poking
Oh
with him.
yeah, I forgot about
that was in
that.
South Carolina.
Yeah,
And
Talking about the
everybody-
sergeant. It was the
Yeah,
for the
and
military.
he got
sergeant.
charged and everything. But the thing is, he was
Yeah.
in there just bullying the little boy going down the thing.
and the boy and turned out
And he lived
they
there.
Lived in the neighborhood.
And the boy also had like some kind of, I don't know if he had like a kind of,
I don't care. That's a grown man on a
no,
boy.
no, I agree,
again.
100%. But what I do like, I love to see people come to his rescue.
They came over this
stormed
lawn.
the neighborhood,
That
bro.
was so dope.
Yeah,
They stormed
that
the
right
neighborhood.
there, my people. I'm proud of that.
I love that right
They
there.
didn't let that go, and my man couldn't even come out the house. He had to have a police escort out the house. Out your own house.
They probably moved.
Oh, no doubt.
You better.
No doubt.
I love
And I'll
it
be
right
honest with you, I like the way y'all kept it. Y'all didn't break his windows.
No.
Y'all didn't
Protested
slice it.
in the street. I love
Y'all really didn't. That right there protest
I
show
thought that was-
Because he was in the wrong, though.
Oh, he was 100%
in the dead
Some
wrong.
bullshit.
Black or white,
Yes,
don't matter
yeah,
your
no,
color.
no doubt.
You're
Yeah.
wrong for doing it in
Definitely
the
wrong.
neighborhood.
See, that's what I mean by when we can come together and do, like, it can happen.
Yeah, it can.
No
Shut
doubt.
up in
Now,
numbers.
now, I'm not saying people didn't do it for clout or didn't do it for Instagram. I don't know. But the
Either way, it
result
got
of
done.
the
It
result
got
of
done.
the man got charged, which he should have because he was
Right.
out of line. The boy wasn't doing anything to nobody. Just
Should he be kicked out of the military for that?
Do you
I
want
thought he was
somebody-
already out. I thought he retired.
Who? And that's
I
a
thought
good
he
question.
retired. I could be wrong.
Retired or not? Should somebody like that have to change? Because my thing is like this right here. If you are authority figure
In the-
police or you fight for the country
In the
and-
military, bro.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what kind of pride do you have, or what kind of sense like you
Maybe he got
discriminate
mental health
against
issues.
somebody? Maybe.
Maybe.
But I'm gonna say
Honestly.
this right. If that's not the case, should your pension be taken? I don't know.
Some should happen.
Some
Some
real
shit
consequences.
happens.
I didn't like that.
You got to hit him in the pockets.
I didn't like that because I'm gonna tell you what. again, I talk about overt, covert racism all the time. You may not get called the N-word to your face nowadays.
Boy, but it's time for raises or bonus time.
But they will snatch your. But they will play with your money.
Boy,
and keep you at a,
when it's time for you to go, if it's time you go different departments, boy.
So
that's a whole different topic. We'll dig on that.
But I'm just saying. So you brought that up. I like how we respond.
Good point.
I like how people.
No doubt.
I mean to bring it up.
Came together right there.
Yeah, that was powerful.
We're gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, we leave it right there. I think we said enough.
All right, my people.
Hey,
Just
man.
by Prestige Barbershop.
Shout out to Gene.
Shout out to Gene, 4000 Spring Garden
Barbecue.
Street, Sweet D, who's helping us put this thing together.
We definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Barbecue and then also at 802
Marriott Drive.
Marriott Drive. Check them out too. Andy Right Clarence.
What is that? Urban by Renaissance?
Urban Renaissance.
Urban by Renaissance.
Shout out to them too. We gotta get a show over there as well.
Yeah. We gotta go over there and check the spot out.
Hey, we ain't let go of that speed dating. We got some people that's
Oh, no doubt.
But we working on it.
And we got some more stuff in the cookings too. Stay tuned. We got some stuff. We got some
Look,
stuff
make sure
coming
y'all
up.
follow our IG right there. That's on your screen, boy. You said something. Just hit that follow button for
We
us.
appreciate
one time.
y'all. All in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching.
Make sure y'all hit that boy. You said something. Follow button on Facebook right there.
Yes, sir.
And then one more time.
I see you too, baby. Go ahead.
Who was that?
Oh, your wife?
Well, 16 years. Man.
16 years now.
16 years. He ain't counting. Whatever.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button on
10 years for me. by the way.
YouTube for us right there too. Fellas, did I say something?
Boy, you said something.
Yo, we out.
Let's go.
Boy, you said something. 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 Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, hey, you so crazy.